Good grief, what a sight. Look at my hair. My God, I haven't shaved either. Goodness me, it must be the stress. Well, it is the stress. I've been really struggling with the reliability of my position detection system for my dome automation project, which I've been releasing videos for the last well, a couple of weeks. And I'm making this video just to show you that I am indeed making progress, but I wanted to explain why it is I haven't released a video with it all working perfectly, because projects like this are complicated, and I'm going to explain some of the difficulties I've been finding, and hopefully in a couple of days I'll release a proper video with the whole thing doing its doing its stuff. Let's hope so. Okay, let me explain what's been going on. So here's the test setup I've got to debug all these various issues. Here's my main computer, which is effectively the laptop, which is going to be the laptop that runs the telescope, as I've explained in previous videos. This is running the Raspberry Pi software remotely, and also the software that's going to be used to control the whole thing. Over here, I've got a little test system where I've taken my my little infrared detector array, and I've put a little mirror there. So that's a mirror, and underneath it I've got what I thought I was going to use, which is the 3M Scotch tape, reflective tape. I was hoping to use that. I might be able to use it, but I'll explain the various issues. Over here, I've got an oscilloscope probe connected to the circuitry which is running these little opto transistors in here, and that allows me to look at the rising and falling edges of the signal as I pass the detectors across the reflective surface. And over here I've got my picoscope, which is a USB based oscilloscope, which is connected here, and it displays the square waves here. But forget what you're looking at the moment. I'll show you what it's going to look like. So let me show you one thing I've been finding. So if I move that a little bit closer, and if I push detector number 1 past the mirror, so here we go, like that. Now I look at the screen, you'll see I get a really nice rising and falling edge. The rising edge was when the detector encountered the mirror, and the falling edge was when it left the mirror, which is exactly what I'm after. And the time since that whole thing, that whole distance there is about just under half a second, 400 milliseconds. And as you can see, I get a nice clean rising edge, a nice clean falling edge, no bounce, no horrible noisy bouncing of the switch, which can occur with physical switches and systems, and that's partly because I've added some capacitors here to debounce the resistors, and it's caused a nice clean rising and falling edge. Now let me repeat the experiment. So I'm going to now, move that, smash the mirror about. So take the mirror off. I'm going to use the Scotch tape, and I'm going to repeat the experiment. So I'm going to move it past. Here we go, like that. And now you'll see that there is a distinct difference in the rising edge, mainly the rising edge. Sometimes I see it on the falling edge as well, but it can be more extreme than that. Let me try and do another one. Let's try moving it. No, that's about the same, but I can get quite extremely slow rises when I use the tape. And this is just to illustrate to you that I'm finding differences in the quality of the rising and falling edges depending on material. And in fact, I can get some really sloppy looking edges, and this is affecting the way that the system is working. So this is all going on at the moment, and I'm finding that I'm getting all sorts of reliability issues. Now, one of the things I found that I have to do in the software is that I've had to introduce a kind of a settling time delay. So when I get an interrupt, when I get an edge from one of these events, I'm finding that I have to tell the computer to sleep for about 10 milliseconds before reading the value to determine whether it's high or low after the event. And these are the sort of things I'm dealing with at the moment. The other things are that I'm finding that these detectors, when I try to put this into my dome, I found that the paint that is on the metal ring is actually quite a shiny black paint, and I found that it was actually reflecting and causing sort of ghost events to occur when they shouldn't be occurring. So I've now painted that a matte black with a blackboard paint. So there's all sorts of experiments going on at the moment, and the purpose of this video is to just show you. Oh, here's the system in the box now. I've had it into the dome, and it's mounted on this wooden plate, and I can screw that on the wall of the dome. So all sorts of things going on. I just thought I'd give you a quick update, and I will get back to you when I've solved all these reliability issues and have got something that's actually working. Okay, so thanks for listening.